Hey everyone, this is Alvin, and together with Neil Napier, we'd like to welcome you on the call on closing your first $1,000 a month client. So, guys, if you can hear me, and if you can hear the screen as well, if you can see the screen as well, give me a quick yes or one in the chat, and let me know what part of the world you're watching this webinar from. It's always good to know where the KV social community is at. So we have Voco. So I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We have James. We have Vaughn, Stephen, RD, John, Fred. All right, so we have a lot of very familiar names. We have Antonio as well from Chile, and well, I see Rob as well, just showing us friend in GoToWebinar. And we have let me see, yeah, I don't see your name. I see your email there. So all the way from Auckland, New Zealand. Perfect. So guys, today we have a very special session. We do have two special guests as well as the entire team. We have Dan and we have Adam here from the video remix team. So we've known them for a couple of years now, and to tell you the least, they've been creating some groundbreaking tools in terms of video. And today they're gonna show us their new baby, their new product here, and trust me, you're gonna be blown away with this powerful solution. So guys, I don't want to talk too long. Again, I want to take away uh, the amazing stuff they're gonna show you today. So Dan and Adam, just a quick hello to the KV social community. You can.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Alvin, for having me here. This is Adam coming in. So just a big thank you, Alvin, for inviting us here, and I cannot wait to share what we have with you. So Alvin, if it's okay, do you mind if I just dive right in?
Go right in.
Awesome. Hey guys, so perfect. I see a ton of people coming from all around the world. I see Chile, I see the UK, I see Auckland, New Zealand. I see the US. Perfect, guys. We have tons and tons of people here today, which is great. Now, as we go through today, one of the most important things that I want to mention before we go into this is that this session, we decided to do something crazy, okay? Something that you may have not seen before. Now, what typically happens on a webinar is people go through and they start sharing how you can go out and in your first 30 days, you can land your first client, or sometimes even in your first 3 months, how you can land your first clients. Now, what we wanted to do today, and my big promise for you, is that I don't want to show you how to land a client in a week, 30 days, or even 3 months or a year, okay? I want to share with you how you can land a client on this session, that you will get a commitment on this webinar session today, meaning right here, right now, within the next hour, you will land your first client. That is my big promise for you today. And the great thing with this is that, how do I know this is going to happen? Well, we've run this webinar for other communities and in working with others to help them land their own clients. And with this, the last time that we ran this webinar, 71% of all attendees got a commitment from a client on this session. That's 7 out of every 10 people. And the third reason I think that 3 people out of every 10 didn't land a client was because they didn't pay attention and they didn't actually take action with what I am saying on today's session. Now, if you follow this step by step, there is literally no way for you not to land a client on this session. And we prove this time and time again with some crazy success. And one of them, within 24 hours, actually landed 18 clients using this method. The great thing with this is that it's 110% scalable, and you simply just need to go in and run this step by step in order to make this happen. Now, who is this webinar for? Now, if you're looking to start an online business, then you are 100% in the right place. If you're looking to target your local market, you are in the right place. If you can't figure out how to land your first client, that's okay. You're in the right place. And if you need to start generating sales quickly, or if you've already run an agency and you're just trying to scale it, you've hit that ceiling and you need to be able to scale up, then this session is going to help you dramatically. Now, my name's Adam O'Leary. For those of you who don't know who I am, I started back in 2010 To this date, since 2010, I've owned and managed multiple seven-figure companies, and I built up an email list of over 35,000 people. I say this because it wasn't always the case. 4 years ago, I was in the same shoes as most people who were starting a business. Just 4 years ago, I was in this situation where I could not figure out what to do. I couldn't figure out how to actually go out and land a client and actually go out and start a business and make a profitable business. I spent thousands on coaching programs, thousands and thousands. I feel like I've probably worked with every coach on planet Earth at this point. And I've gone through, and all those coaches recommended softwares that I needed to use in order to go out and be able to land a client or land a business. So I spent thousands on coaching, I spent thousands on softwares, and I even went to the town hall and I'd pay the city tax in order to actually format a business and start a business up. I opened up bank accounts and in thinking that maybe the problem was I was trying to do it by myself, I would go and I actually signed partnership agreements with others as well to try to get my business off the ground. Now, with this all being said, with doing all of this right here, I didn't land one single client in 3 years. I didn't land one single client in 3 years of trying to go out and start a business, paying every coach I could possibly find and purchasing every software on planet Earth. I thought I was going absolutely crazy. And I started asking myself, and I feel like most startup business owners run into this situation, when you ask yourself, are you really an entrepreneur? Or are you meant to have a job? Was I supposed to be having a job and working for somebody else? Now, it's crazy because I did everything that I was told. I followed everything step by step. And here I am sitting $32,000 in debt, ripping my hair out, saying, where the heck did I go wrong? Now, what I did is I was frustrated. I was right on that point where I was about to give up. And I started talking to my friend, and she's in real estate. She's doing extremely well. She's doing 6 figures. And I told her, I said, I think I have to go find a job. I think everything's going wrong, and I can't figure out how to get this business off the ground. So what I do is I sit down with her and I showed her, I said, and she says, yeah, show me what you're doing. And I showed her what I was doing, and I showed her exactly how I had the best solution on the market, and not even just the best solution on the market. I was literally the only person in Boston who could do what I did. And still, I could not land a single client, being the only person being able to do what I do. And with this, she looks at this and goes, I know somebody who can use that. Let me introduce you two together and see what you guys can do. And I said, oh, wow, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And 48 hours later, I went out and I landed my first client. 48 hours later, after 3 years of me going out and trying to land a client, 3 years, my friend refers me to somebody else and I land a client within 48 hours. I'm looking at this saying clearly everything I was doing in business was completely wrong. I need to focus on this. How can I scale this up? Because this is getting me a client in 48 hours, and every other lead generation method I was using is failing for me, and I haven't been able to do anything in 3 years. Now, I knew there was 4 elements when it came to starting a business. Now, the first thing that I needed to know was that I had to be the only person, or at least very little competition in the marketplace that could do what I do. This would allow me to scale quicker if there's less competition, and it makes it much easier for me to demonstrate my value as opposed to going up against people who have been in the market for 30, 40, 50 years and trying to show how I'm an expert over those people. Now, second is I needed a product that people needed. If people don't need your service, then you're not going to be in business for very long, and I knew that, okay? You have to have something that people actually need. Now, also, I needed to be able to attack a niche that I could generate referrals. If I wasn't able to generate referrals, it'd be very, very difficult for me to scale my business because I just realized that's how I can make sales. Now, step number 4 was I needed to be able to blow their mind. I wanted to offer something that when somebody looks at this, they have an aha moment. Their mind is just blown and they say, yes, this is what I need. So let me ask a question. Who here struggles when it comes to getting your foot in the door? Guys, in the chat box, give me a 1 in the chat box if you've struggled, if you've been in that same situation as me, you struggled trying to land a client, trying to get your foot in the door, and you just didn't know where to go or what to do. Give me a 1 in the chat box if that story sounds like a very similar story to you, because the thing is, you're not alone. We've all been there and we've all faced those challenges before, okay? And I see tons of ones coming through right there, and perfect, so great, okay, so perfect. Now, when we go through, I wanna dive into this because this right here, I hope really hits home for you. And I really hope just opens up a ton of doors in terms of how it is to go out and land a client. Once we go through this system, once we actually walk through this, you're gonna notice how easy it is to land a client. And I hope that you have that aha moment that I had when I did this back only a few years ago. Now, there's 3 steps to taking action in any business. Now, the first thing that you need to have is leads, okay? If you don't have any leads, if there's no people that are actually interested in your service, well, then there's nobody to sell. So we need to have leads. The second thing that we need is we need a mind-blowing offer. We need to be able to catch action. We're not gonna go far. And then step number 3 is that you need to take action. If you do not take action, then there is no chance you can succeed at business. There's absolutely 0 chance that you can succeed at business if you do not take action. Step 3 is by far the most crucial step in this process. Now, generating leads. When we go through and we generate leads, how are we going to go and make this happen? Well, what I did is I was going through all those different softwares and I was purchasing all this stuff. I was trying to generate leads on Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything, you name it, I've done it, okay? And I spent all this time and I came across this article that when I found this article, my mind was blown. A lead drops significantly in value after the first 3 minutes. Now think about this for a second. Think about a time that you came across a Facebook ad. You clicked on the Facebook ad and you wanted to get this access to a free PDF or a free step-by-step thing that they were offering. You click on that, you give your email, and then they give you right there, they give you that PDF that you wanted to get. You scroll through the PDF, you just flick through it, you look at it really quick, and then you go back to Facebook or whatever it was that you were doing. The average length of that process is approximately 3 minutes. And then think about it. How many times did you ever think about that person again? Or do you even remember who that vendor was who was giving you that PDF? The answer is probably not. After those first 3 minutes, a lead significantly decreased. Said, wow, I am completely doing business wrong. So I changed my mindset. And this is the way I had to think. If somebody put a gun to your head right now and says you have to land a client in the next 24 hours, what are you going to do? If you absolutely, if your life depended on it, that you had to land a client in the next 24 hours, what are you going to do? Are you going to go try to generate leads on Facebook, which are declining in value after 3 minutes? Are you going to go on LinkedIn or Twitter or wherever, YouTube, Google, wherever you're thinking? Are you going to go after a lead, a cold lead that's declining in value, or would you try to find the warmest leads you could? Well, of course, if your life depended on it, you're going to go after the warmest leads you can possibly find. Now, who are those leads? Well, the answer is those leads are people in your sphere of influence. These are the people who already know, like, and trust you. And let's just think, the average person knows at least 100 people. Let's think about if you ever hired a real estate agent. Have you ever hired a plumber? Have you ever hired an electrician? What about a construction person or a painter or a wallpaper hanger or a banker or an accountant or your orthodontist or a dentist, okay, or even your doctor. Let's think about all the people that you actually know. Those are the people in your sphere of influence. These are the people who actually know, like, and trust you and want you to succeed. These are the people that you know and are your warmest leads in the entire world. So if your life depended on it and you had to get a client right here, right now, are you going to go after those cold leads from Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, or are you going to go after the people who want you to succeed? Well, of course, you're going to go after the people who want you to succeed. So what I want you to do right now, and you have to do this step in order to land a client by the end of this session, what I want you to do is grab a pen and a piece of paper and write down 5 people you know who are running a business for themselves, okay, or like a dentist or a doctor or something like that, okay? Write down 5 people that you know that work in some sort of a business, okay? So guys, write that down and then give me a done in the chat box the moment you are done writing those 5 people. And once you do this, this is what's going to land you your first client and open up so many doors for you down the road, okay? So write that down and then give me a done in the chat box the moment you write down those 5 people, okay? Perfect, I see a done coming through. Guys, I want even more dones coming through. I want every single person to do this. Write down 5 people that you know who run a business, okay? Perfect, I see a couple more trickling through. So guys, keep those dones coming through. I want you to land a client on this session. Now, step number 2 is you need to have a mind-boggling offer. Now, when it comes to a mind-boggling offer, this needs to be able to capture your viewer's attention. It needs to be able to capture somebody's attention and say, yes, okay, this is the person that I want to work with, okay? They have something I've never seen before. And you want as little competition as possible. Remember what I said. Is it better to get into an industry where you're competing against people who have been in it for 30, 40, 50 years, and then you try to have to prove that even though you've only been in it for a week, that you know better than somebody who's been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years? The answer is yeah, no, you want to get into an industry that you don't have to compete when it comes to experience. Remember, competition is only good for the consumer. It's not good for the business owner. Because what happens is competition drives down price. And if you have to compete on price, that means that you can't go out and charge the prices that you actually want. And this is going to make it much easier for you to go out and generate referrals throughout this process. So what can you offer that is completely untapped? What can you go out and offer that really goes and captures their attention? Well, in the chat box right now, give me a 1 in the chat box if you have experienced a 360 video before, and give me a 2 in the chat box if you have never experienced a 360 video before, okay? So a 1 in the chat box if you have, and a 2 in the chat box if you have never experienced a 360 video before. Now, when it comes to 360, okay, and if you're giving me a 1, then this is gonna make perfect sense to you. And if you're giving me a 2, this is gonna open up an entirely different world for you. Now just look at this image that I have right here. You look and you see the view from the 36th floor on a penthouse suite in New York City. You're overlooking the other buildings, you're overlooking the ocean, you see the sunset, you're experiencing that video. You're living in that. You can actually see what it's like to be there. We go and we look at another example. Let's say if we're not looking at luxury and we're looking at just an ordinary standard home. What about that view if we want to showcase to our clients that you get to see a beautiful ocean view and then they can scroll through and look and right on the right-hand side, hear the birds chirping and also see the birds in the tree? Is that going to be a much better experience for the consumer than just a video? Yeah. Let's look at this. When in bungee jumping, extreme sports, all of these different types, we go through and we see, okay, the number of times I've watched, okay, because bungee jumping is something I've always wanted to do. That feeling that you get, that experience you get from that free fall, being able to do this and experience that feeling from the comfort of your own home is what 360 allows us to do. And think about just a standard real estate agent. When they go and they're selling a home by a lake, they take a picture from the backyard of the beautiful lake. And if they're a good agent, they're going to take a picture when there's a sunset or a sunrise. Now, imagine though, if you're looking at that property and you see two different examples, there's two properties side by side, and you see one of those properties, they take a picture of the backyard. Okay, that's cool, yeah, it has a lake. And then another one has a 360 video, that experience, that feeling that you would have if you were in the middle of the lake, having all of the surroundings, hearing the birds, and you get to be relaxing in that boat. Which house are you going to be more inclined to see? Well, of course, you're going to do the one that sells relaxation, the experience. Guys, 360 video opens on a ton of different opportunities for us to go in and start using. And the great thing with 360 is that it's not just brand new. Big brand names are going in and investing big money when it comes to 360 video. One of the biggest is YouTube. If you've looked on YouTube, YouTube has dedicated an entire section to 360 videos, an entire section that they have spent millions of dollars on to make sure that 360 videos have its own area. Facebook, we've been seeing Facebook even pushing 360 videos, giving that experience, because Facebook's all about immersion. They want you to be immersed in their platform. They want you to be experiencing their platform, and they want you to stay in longer. And if 360 allows them to do that, then they're going to be pushing 360 videos other than any other type of place. Aflac giving you a video, okay, a 360 experience of their Aflac world that they have. And we see Red Bull going out, one of the biggest players in 360 right now, letting you experience what it's like to drive an F1 car, okay, or going out and being able to skydive or cliff jump, okay? What it's like to experience something from crazy people who are doing crazy things. We see Mercedes doing 360 videos demonstrating their cars, what it's like to actually ride through and be in that car. We even see Nest Cafe going out and giving an example of what it's like to be on their coffee plantation to experience that world. Guys, this is what 360 opens up for us. So guys, if you are ready, if you're ready to dive into what 360 can do, give me a yes in the chat box right now. I want you to dive in. I want to share with you exactly what 360 is going to be able to do. And one of the things that we have done to even take 360 to the next level, give me a yes in the chat box, because I am ready to share this with you and show each of these right here. Perfect, tons and tons of yeses coming through. Guys, let's go ahead and let's dive into this. Now, if you look at my screen, the first one that I want to share with you is in the tourism niche. Now, if you know who I am, I love traveling, okay? Traveling is a huge passion of mine. Now, we go here and we see this video, we see this experience that we're able to go out and look at this. I get to go and I get to go zip lining in the Costa Rican forest, okay? I can pause this, I can go and I can see all around me. I can see those trees. I can click and drag, and that is the most important thing. Think about your consumer that's going to be watching these videos. Is the consumer going to be going out and just sitting there looking at a video, or do you want the consumer clicking and engaging with that specific video? We go through, we look at another example right here. I can go in and I can look around the property. I can engage with the property and see what it's like to be inside that property as I'm here right now. I can look at the fireplace. I can look at the ceiling. I can click, I can drag through and see all of these different items as we go through this process. Guys, I am going in, I'm experiencing this video, and I can go before. This is where 360 is taking us. This is what the 360 experience has for us right now. And one of the greatest things that you may have noticed when it came to 360 is what we've done on these videos. Think about it. Your consumer isn't just sitting back and watching a video. The consumer isn't going out and just hearing the video. They're experiencing and they're engaging with that 360 video. So if we have them already clicking inside of that video, why don't we capture the lead as well? And if you look in the top left of my screen, you see a button that says book now. If we go here, you see that big flashing button that says visit us. And then we go over to the other one and we see that they can visit us now, okay? We're giving them calls to actions inside of our 360 videos as they're already going in and experiencing and clicking through. And the greatest part of this is this entire process is done in just a few simple clicks. Once we actually go inside of this video, we can go in and we can bring our own elements into the video. So as you can see here, let's just say if I wanted to use this to say, let's go cliff jumping. This is how easy it is to go and do. Once we type in that text or whatever we're going to go and say, we go here and we type that inside and we can just press save right there. We can send that link to anywhere that we want to capture those leads and get them to book right now. And it's done in just one simple click of a button. If we want to go, we can demonstrate what it's like inside of these iPhones. And guys, the coolest part about this is it just takes one simple click of a button right here in order to embed on either lead pages, WordPress, Optimized Press, or other, or if we wanted to push it directly to Facebook. We can do that in one simple click of a button. This is the way, this is where 360 is taking us. And the greatest thing with this, okay, is I want you to look at these big players that are actually going out and doing this for themselves. We look at Anna Selby and we see what she's done when it comes to closing clients. And this is how easy it is for you to sell to, say, a real estate agent or a business owner. What Anna does is she's a real estate agent out of the Arizona market, and she's absolutely incredible. She sat down with an interview with Joshua Smith, and Joshua said, how are you able to land so many clients? How are you leveraging online technology to land these clients? And Anna says, I walk into the appointment, and she says, I just sit there and I ask, I say, how many people would you like me to get through your open house? What would you consider excellent? And the homeowner will say, hey, if you can get 20 people through, that's great. If you can get 50 people through, that's great. And then some people will go crazy and say, I want you to get 100 people through an open house. And she says, that's great, that's excellent, okay? What if I can do 10 times what you would consider excellent? Are you willing to do business with me right now? And of course, now the homeowner's thinking, oh my God, that's 1,000 people that you're gonna try to get through my open house. I have to hide my computer, I have to hide my jewelry, I have to hide my dog, I have to hire security. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. I can't believe that that would be 1,000 people through if she's actually able to do this. And she says, no, listen, if I can do 10 times better than what you just considered excellent, would you do business with me? The homeowner will stop and think about it and say, yes, of course, I'm going to do business with you if you can do 10 times better than what I would consider excellent. And she says, great. She pulls out her computer and she shows her 360 videos off, her virtual tours off. And she shows that there's 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 15,000 views through each of those items right there. That's 15,000 views for those things. And she says, listen, I'm not gonna just do 10 times better for you. I'm going to do 50 times better than you would have considered excellent. Let's do this business right now. And she says, very rarely will she ever walk out of an appointment without a signed contract. And this is the key, guys. The goal in real estate or the goal in any business is not to help in the back end. The goal is to allow them to land clients now. And that's what 360 does. Let's just look at StoryUp, for example. We see they did a side-by-side comparison with fixed video. For anybody here who's doing video marketing or any sort of things to help their clients get out and build up a brand, we're going to look at fixed video. They were able to generate 237 organic views. And I'm sure you've noticed on Facebook that it's getting much, much harder to get an organic reach. Now, when we look at 360 video, they were able to generate 13,455 views. That's a 56 times increase in the number of views they were able to reach by simply using 360 as opposed to a fixed video. We look at their click-through rates. Their fixed videos, their normal videos, are generating a 0.5% click-through rate. Now, for your clients, what you want to offer is a 360 click-through rate. And we see a 4.5% click-through rate when it comes to those videos. Guys, that's an 8 times increase in the number of click-throughs that are coming in. And we've even made it easier in our software to make sure you can get as many clicks as possible. We look at Hootsuite, and this is one of the most powerful case studies that I have seen. What Hootsuite said was Google ran a side-by-side comparison between a fixed video and 360 videos. And this is the coolest part of this. While the 360 version had a longer view-through rate, meaning that less people went through and watched the video all the way to the end, it had a higher click-through rate along with more views, shares, and subscribes. Let's think about your client for a second. Are they going to want people to watch the entire length of their video, or are your clients paying you to get results for them? The answer is, of course, your clients only want results. So if you can say, listen, I'm not just gonna make the video for you, I'm gonna get you higher click-through rates, more views, shares, and subscribes, your clients will be drooling when they see everything that you're able to do. So guys, if you are ready to land a client right here, right now on this session, give me a me in the chat box if you are excited about what 360 is able to do for you and you want the power to land a client literally on this session right now, right here within the next 10 minutes. Guys, give me a me in the chat box if you want to go out and land a client right here, right now in the next 10 minutes. Give me that me in the chat box. Perfect. Tons of me's coming through, which is great. Now, once we go here, guys, all I need to say about this is that you have to take action with what I'm about to show you. Now, remember, 30% of people on the webinar will not land a client, and it's simply because they aren't going to follow these 6 simple steps. So if you do this right now, you will 100% chance land a client on this session. So let's pay attention and let's go through these exact steps that you need to do right here, right now. Step number 1, what I need you to do is pick up your cell phone. Pick it up and put it in your hand, reach into your pocket, reach onto your desk, reach on the ground, wherever you put your cell phone, and pick it up and put it in your hand right now. Now, number 2 is I want you to go into your contact list or your phone book, and I want you to find one person that you wrote down earlier in this session, right? Find one person in your contact list that owns a business of some sort or is working for themselves. Find one person and one person only right now. Okay, so go through that contact list, find that person, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna press that text message option right next to their name. Okay, so once you find that person, then you're going to press text message. And I made it as easy as possible for you to go out and land a client on this section. I gave you the exact sentence you need to send, and if you send this sentence, you will land a client right here, right now. All you need to send, and feel free to screenshot this, write this down, and please text this right here, right now. You're gonna say, hi blank, so hi Jonah, hi RD, okay, hi RD, okay, and hi Michael, okay. You're gonna say, hope you're doing well, in your blank business, in your real estate business, in your mortgage business, in your plumber business, in your electricity business, whatever it is, in your doctor business, whatever it is, okay? Just write down, I hope that you're doing well in your blank business, okay? So hi, John. I hope that you're doing well in your mortgage business, whatever it is that you're gonna say. I need some help and was hoping you could help out. I am starting a 360 video agency and need someone to be a case study for me. Would you mind being my case study? Send that exact text message right here, right now. And once you do that, give me a done in the chat box, because everybody who gives me a done in the chat box, you are 100% going to be landing a client on this session, and then rinse and repeat for the other 4 people who you wrote down earlier in this session. So make sure to give me a done the moment you send that text out, because I want you to stop struggling. I want you to be able to land a client right here, right now, and not have to worry about, oh, how do I keep getting a client? I want that client in your pocket right here, right now. And the moment you get a response back from somebody saying, yes, of course, I would love to be your case study, or yes, please tell me more, give me an I got it in the chat box the second you get a commitment on this session. Guys, feel free to screenshot this. Feel free to write it down, whatever you want to do. I just want you to land a client on this session, okay? That is the most important thing for me. Okay, and I see some dones coming through, which is great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 done so far. Guys, keep those dones coming in. Please send that message right now, because let's do some simple math when it comes to this. You're gonna go out and you're gonna land 1 client on this session. That client is going to be worth almost $1,000 per month to you. So you're actually gonna go out and charge $1,000 per month. And with this, that means your profit is $997. Now, when we go here, we're gonna go after referrals. And referrals are the most important thing in your business, as I shared with you. You're gonna generate 3 referrals from this 1 client that you've landed on this session. What that's going to do is you're gonna charge the same amount, $997, and with this right here, your profit will be $2,991 additional dollars per month if you follow those simple 6 steps. This is where you're going to be at the moment you send that text message out and be able to do. And let me just give you an example of people who went out and did this exact process. They took those 6 simple steps, they landed a client, and let me show you where they are at right now. Let's look at Dirk, for example. He went out and he targeted a real estate brokerage. Well, what happened with this real estate brokerage, he actually is going after the whole franchise, and he is charging $1,000 per video from simply sending that 1 text message that I had you send as well. It's the same exact text message. Nothing has changed. Now, when we look at Jeff went out and he's working with the property right here from that 1 single message that he sent, and he landed a client with a $300,000 property, and he's upselling to make it up to over $1,000 per deal. We look at Eloise, landing international clients. She went after a client or a person in Costa Rica, and this, from that simple 1 message that she sent, she was able to go out, leverage this client, okay, into 3 paying referrals. And by the end of 2018, she's on track to be at $15,000 per month. We look at Frank. He went out, he sent this exact message as well. And with this, he signed a client for $1,000 per video and $1,000 per month until that property sells. Meaning that if that property or any property takes 3 months to sell, that's $3,000 for that 1 video. We look at Philip. He took that script and decided to make a call with it because he prefers on the calls. He closed 2 deals from those 2 simple calls for $500. $100 each right there. Guys, that's $1,000 in his pocket from simply going out and sending that message. And guys, I already see got it's in the chat box, so big congratulations for everybody who's taken actions. I'm seeing got it in the chat box, which is great. Now, the facts are simple when it comes to 360. And guys, remember, give me an I got it in the chat box once you do, because you will land a client on this session. 360 is 100% changing the way video marketing is done because it gets results. That's the most important thing. 360 gets results. When it comes to it, I think we've proven here how simple it is to go out and land a client when it comes to 360. It can literally be done in 10 minutes. There's no crazy work that you need to do. There's no secret formula. 360 is flat out the easiest sale you will ever make. And 360 gives you a massive advantage over any other agency because it's so new in the market. Now with this, I'm pleased to introduce to you the 360 marketing solution. When it comes to this is the complete 360 marketing suite. The first one comes with 360 video. The second is your 360 editor, 360 marketing, and 360 growth. Now, here's the coolest part of this whole process. And you might be saying, well, Adam, 360 video, doesn't that need a 360 camera? Well, the answer is yes. But here's the neat thing about this. When it comes to 360 video, we have an entire system that you can actually outsource to contractors, and you do not need to own a 360 camera to be able to go out and do that process. This is going to allow you to scale much quicker than if you were the one that had to take those 360 videos by simply going out and outsourcing that process with our proven system. Now with this, you get access to the 360 editor as well. This allows you to make those quality video edits that you need with full touch-ups. You can brand every video, and on top of that, you can capture the lead's information inside of the video. So that way, as they're already clicking through and going through, you make it as easy as possible to send clicks and land more clients for your customers that you're working with. We look at 360 marketing. This is the suite where it comes to say, whether it be Facebook marketing, if you like working on Facebook, if you work in SEO or contact or list building or sales or whatever you are, you can send these 360 videos to help you increase that engagement. And what's also really neat is when it comes to lead page marketing, you can use these 360 videos to increase your conversions, as we saw from what Google was doing as well. We look at 360 growth, the ability to grow these multiple agencies and be able to deliver this in any city in the world. The greatest part is from this is this entire process you can work from home. You don't need to leave the comfort of your own home. And we have an example of one person who literally never leaves his own home and is doing over 6 figures a year from following this simple process. Now, the question that I said is, do you need to buy a 360 camera? It's 100% up to you. We have some clients that enjoy being the one that controls the 360 and going out and actually walking through the process, and they enjoy that personal relationship. But we have other people, and most of our clients rather use the system that we have set up to completely outsource all of the 360 delivery, where you can start automating that process and start automating this delivery. Now, the next thing is, do you need to meet people in person? The answer is absolutely not. And I actually encourage all of our clients not to meet with clients in person unless they already have a pre-existing relationship. Because what happens is, if you keep your business online, it becomes easier for you to break away from your own market that you're in and be able to adapt it across any market in the world. Do you have to target your local city? Definitely not, okay? You do not need to target your local city. And if you are working in, say, of an area, let's say if your town's 50 people large, then maybe it's probably better to go target a much larger city. But I just encourage you that you have contacts and pre-existing relationships in those cities, as it's going to allow you to scale 10 times faster. When will you get your first client? Some of you on here have already landed your first client, and then the rest of you who have already taken action will get it hopefully by the end of this session. The moment you follow those 6 simple steps and you send out that text message, you will land your first 360 clients. Now, will I help you with your first client? Yes, 100%. Once you join us and you join the Local 360 community, we're actually going to be offering 2 live trainings to help you through the process and further define your sales funnel and your processes to be able to deliver at a much better percentage than you normally would be able to do. Now, the most important thing for me is to make sure that you are confident in your business. I need to ensure that you are 100% confident in your business, so that way you can go out and you can deliver the best value possible, better than anybody else in your local market. So what we're going to do is, over the course of those 7 days, we are going to ensure that you are an expert when it comes to 360. All of the technical questions will be answered and work with you to make sure that you understand everything extremely, extremely simply, and we break it down step by step. Now, what does Local 360 offer? We offer 360 video with that ability to go out and outsource that. That's a $397 per year value. The 360 editor, $197 per year. The 360 marketing, $597 per year, and 360 growth, a $2,000 value. 2 live 360 trainings in 3 software walkthroughs, bringing the total value up to $3,782. Now, I would like to invite you to the Local 360 community. And with this, I want to make sure that you get off the ground as fast as possible. And I want to welcome you into, as an early adopter, to be able to work with us and get your business off the ground 10 times faster than you would have been able to otherwise. Now, as we go through this, as an early adopter joining the Local 360 community, there is so little competition that it's almost virtually guaranteed that there's nobody else in your market that you're going to be competing with, giving you a massive advantage to get off the ground as quickly as possible and land as many clients as you can. Some simple math. If we go and we focus on what we're going to do over the next 20 or 45 days, we want to land 10 referrals. Now, with those 10 referrals, you're going to charge that $1,000 per month for each of those referrals that come in. That brings your monthly earnings up to $10,000 per month. Now, that's annually. That's a 6-figure business, $120,000 a year. If you generate just 1 referral a week, okay, how much is that going to be worth to you a year? Is that going to be worth $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, $20,000 per month, or $50,000 per month? What does referral marketing mean for you and your family? Does that mean you can actually go out and take your family on vacation? Does that mean you can pay off debt? Does that mean you can break away from your job? Guys, I was in that same situation. And this is what Local 360 is designed to do, is get away from all of that nonsense when it comes to lead generation and cold leads, and start focusing on those warm referrals that are coming through the door. Now, if we offer Local 360 at $997 annually, this would be a complete sale. Because what that does is that means 1 client, you break even, and when they rebuild for the 2nd month, you've doubled up on your investment. At $497 annually, that means when you land 1 client a year, you double up on your investment within your first client in your first month, and the rest of the time, it's pure profit for you. Now, why are we going to charge annual? And the reason why is because every single month, we plan on optimizing Local 360 to make it even easier month after month for you to go out and generate sales. Now, we want to be able to do this, but we need to have development costs where we're going to be continuously doing this for years and years to come. So this is never going to be offered again. Never going to be offered again. What we're going to do is come Monday February 12th, we're going to be raising the monthly reoccurring on this product to $200 to $900 per month based on what type of program you're getting into. And these are going to be going up on Monday, February 12th, that these prices will be going up. So what I want to do for our early adopters is not offer this at $497 annually, not even $197 annually. What we want to do is make it such a no-brainer to be able to go out and land clients as quickly as possible that we are going to bring it down to $197 one time. And as we go through this, entire process, guys, if this only generated an extra $5,000 per month, is that enough for you to go out and get away from your job? Is that enough for you to go out and be able to go on vacation that you've always wanted? If you generate just 10 referrals per month, is that worth it? Is that what's going to help you achieve your goals? And if this just allows you just to have 4 or 5 clients and be comfortable, would it be worth it for you? Well, I need your commitment, because with that 197, okay, the money means nothing to me. It's not going to help us in the future when it comes to the development costs. That's all the clients starting on Monday, February 12th. This right here is to dive into our early adopter program and be one of the first in your market to be able to go out. And I want you to be committed over the course of the next 45 days to land 5 clients, because we want you to be one of our case studies as we dive into this. So ask yourself this question: how committed are you to building a 6-figure business and achieving your goals? Well, with this, let me share with you how committed I am to this, because we know this system works and we want our early adopters to succeed faster than they've ever been able to do before. What we're going to do is we're going to, of course, offer that 100% money back guarantee, so there's no worries on that part. But if it doesn't, if you follow our system and it doesn't generate any additional sales or leads, I'm going to reach into my pocket and personally hand you a $100 bill as well. This is how serious I am when it comes to going out, and I've even set aside $50,000 to ensure that I'm putting my own money where my mouth is. We are so committed to your success. I 100% guarantee if you follow our system, there is 0 chance that you will not land a client. You are 100% with our system going to land a client. And you have 2 choices now. First thing is you do absolutely nothing today and you don't take the leap, which is 100% risk-free, or you commit right here, right now, to changing your life over the next 45 days and hitting those goals that you've always desperately wanted, and getting to where I was just 4 years ago, where I couldn't do anything, I couldn't land a client, and you want to go out and start building that referral-based business. What I want from you, if you are committed to building this business, if you are committed to generating referral-based marketing, give me a yes in the chat box right here, right now, because I want you to commit to me that over the next 45 days, you are committed to landing at least 5 clients, guys, in here. So give me a yes in the chat box right now, and I am going to send over this link to you once you commit to changing your business. Perfect, guys, okay? Great with this right here. I'm sending that link over to everybody who's giving me a yes in the chat box. Now, here's what I want to do for you, okay? And make sure to give me an I'm in. The moment you are in, and the fact that you are committed to going out and landing 5 clients over the next 45 days. What I want to do for you, and make sure to give me an I'm in the chat box once you're inside. What I want to do is I want to give out 3 massive bonuses to help you in your business, to ensure that you can get off and you are not stressed in any way, shape, or form. That you are actually willing and able to go out without any problems. Now, I'm only going to offer this for the first 50 round, I want to make sure that the first 50 action takers are so committed that we even give them an advantage. That way they can scale in their market faster than before. So here's the first question you might be asking. Guys, remember, give me an I'm in the chat box once you are in, so I can ensure you get your hands on these 3 bonuses here. Now, bonus number 1 is going to be, Adam, how do I generate leads in another city? Or Adam, I'm always struggling, okay, or I can't think of a ton of people that I can work with or that run a business. How do I get my hands on additional leads? Now, what we're going to do, and welcome in guys that are getting in right now. I see a bunch of first bonus. We are going to give away our 50K lead generation suite. Now, what this is going to do, and the reason it's a 50K lead generation suite is because this doesn't mess around. This right here is going to generate you 10 leads per day in your business. Now, what is 10 leads per day? 10 leads per day is not 10 random cold leads messaging you every day saying, or just 10 random people that you're getting your hands on and getting an email. No, these are 10 people per day saying, yes, I am interested in working with you. Yes, Sanjay, I am interested. Yes, Armando, I am interested. Yes, Steven, I am interested in working with you when it comes to 360. These 10 leads per day are what's going to put money in your pocket. And here's how it works. Those 10 leads are going to message you every day. If you think about it like this, over the course of 30 days, with 10 leads per day, that's 300 people per month saying, I am interested in doing business with you. Do you think there's a good chance that just one of those 300 people that are messaging you every month are going to do business with you? Is there a chance that 1 in 300 are going to? The answer is, of course, yes. There's a very good chance of that, because when you have 10 people per day saying, I want to do business with you, it opens up so much of an opportunity. And the great thing with this part is automated. You can automate this whole process and scale it up to make sure that you go out and you can scale beyond belief, okay? And we even have one person right now using this method and not even just doing 10 leads per day, but he's getting over 50 leads per day, messaging him saying, yes, I am interested in working with you, okay? Make sure to give that I'm in once you're in to qualify for our 50K lead gen suite. This 50K lead gen suite is going to generate those leads for you and then allow Local360 suite to be able to do the delivery process for your business. And guys, welcome in guys that are jumping inside. Glad to have you here. And perfect. Will this work in India? Yes, it will. And we have tested it in the Indian market. It will work in the Indian market. It'll work in Asian market. We've tested in China, Philippines, okay? We've gone through, we've worked in Australia. We've worked all over Europe, US, Canada, and Latin America as well. The only place, the only continent we haven't tested this is Antarctica, that it will not work because I don't think they have internet down there. But this will 100% work in your market, and we've proved it time and time again. So great question there, okay? And can this be used in any niche? Yes, it can. It does not matter what niche you're targeting when it comes to this, because the 50K lead gen suite is specifically geared to target any of those niches that you need to by simply just changing a few little pieces of those elements in order to do it. In what equipment do you need, RD? Great question. The only thing that you're going to need is the Local360 suite. If you're thinking, do I need a camera for this? The answer is no, you do not, okay? When you go through this and you get this process started, you can outsource that entire delivery of the business. So that's a huge bonus for you right there. Great question when it came to that. And guys, welcome in for those of you who are jumping in. Now, the second bonus I want to give to you is, but what if I don't have any marketing material yet? What do I do if I don't have any marketing material? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to give you 360 video templates to start. We're going to give you 5 360 video templates in order to go out and start your business up, to be able to showcase to clients what you were able to do. Also, with this, we are going to be giving you these closing guides in order to give you some marketing material to warm up your audience as they're coming through your pipeline, and being able to open up those opportunities to really warm them up and want to work with you. And the third item of this is we are going to be giving you some bonuses that you can give to your clients to get them to take action right here, right now. That you can go out, you can say, listen, if you sign with me right now, I am going to give you these bonuses right here, okay? And yes, it will, Armando. Great question. I will send that over to you, okay? So great right there. Now, once you go through and you get these bonuses that you are going to be able to do, it will force the client, okay, to want to take action with you right here in this moment. Now, the third bonus, and guys, welcome in everybody who's getting in right now. Glad to have you inside. You're going to get access, remember, to the 100K marketing collection, which is your entire marketing suite, okay, which is all of the material that you need in your business. Also, the 50K lead generation suite, a $4,000 value, plus the Local360 suite for right here, right now, for the only time it's ever going to be offered. We are offering it at $197 one time. This on Monday is going up to a reoccurring fee where that price is going to be the price per month that we are going to be charging. So I am looking forward for all of our early adopters who are jumping in. And guys, let me just see, is anybody on the fence right now? Can you give me a fence in the chat box if you are on the fence and you are considering getting in, but you just haven't pulled the trigger yet? Okay, let me see who here is interested in getting in but hasn't done it. And Jim, I'm going to go through that in 1 second. Okay, so great question. Now, who here is on the fence? Give me a fence in the chat box if you are on the fence right now, okay? Because I want to make sure that everybody is taken care of. Okay, great. Welcome in. Glad to have you in as well. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, when I see this, okay, and so Sanjay, great question. The way it works and the way that you can use it, okay, so Sanjay's asking about how do you use this in any niche? It's all about positioning. We have a series of ways that you can position these videos to work in all of these different niches. Are some niches not going to work? Probably. But the vast majority of niches in your local market are 100% going to work. Okay, so if you're going after the pest control niche, I don't think that that would work. But if you're going after, say, your real estate mortgage, if you're going after attorneys, okay, even your dentist, I've seen this work in your dentist. These are all ways that you can go out and make that work. So great question there, Sanjay. Now, the next thing for everybody who is on the fence, this is the biggest bonus that we have ever offered. Now, what this is right here is this is the, if you're asking yourself that you struggle with sales in closing clients, what can you do for this right here, okay? Because we reached out and we asked, now, how can we go out and help our clients succeed? And we said, okay, what is your one biggest issue that you have? And everybody said, or the vast majority said that they struggle with sales and closing clients. So what we did is we did one massive bonus that we think will help our community out. What we did is we gave a done for you 360 webinar to allow you to go out and close these clients for you, where I created a done for you 360 webinar, and I will literally be closing these clients for you, and it's 100% unbranded. And the greatest part about this is you can drive those leads right through 50K lead gen suite right through the marketing material and right into your done for you 360 webinar. This will allow me to push those sales right through, push directly to your buy button, where you're going to get 100% of those earnings right there, okay? We made it very, very easy for you to go out and close those sales. Now with this right here, make sure, okay, we are running out of bonuses because I see a lot of I'm ins coming in, but make sure, guys, is anybody else trying to get in, because I want to include this bonus for you. Guys, this is going to give you access to that local 360 suite, that $997 value, the 50K lead generation suite to get those leads right through into your pipeline, the 100K marketing collection, which is going to push those leads right up and inside where you can warm them up. And then right after that, the done for you 360 unbranded webinar to allow me to go out and close those leads for you. So make sure to give that I'm in the second you are in, because this is a $14,000 value that we have right here. And I am so excited. Yes, welcome in. Glad to have you in there as well in terms of getting this up. Guys, this is really good, guys. Welcome everybody who is diving into this right now. Okay, guys, this is great. So as we go through this process and as we start working together on this, okay, yes, great question. Yes, 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 you can. Now, as we go through this, and guys, anybody who missed out on this question, now the first thing is the 360 video that you're getting access to, 360 editor, 360 marketing, and 360 growth, okay? You're getting access to all of this right here in order to go out and make this happen, okay? So perfect. Now the first thing, the 360 video, take any video, Vimeo and YouTube, scale rapidly, 360 editing, quality video edits, full touch-up, brand every video that you need, in 360 marketing, which will get you Facebook, websites such as SEO, content, list, sales, opt-in, in the lead page marketing as well. We go for the 360 growth, multiple agencies you can scale and start up. Welcome in there as well. 360 growth, multiple agencies. You can do this and open up in any city in the world. So Sanjay, if you wanted Mumbai, if you wanted New Delhi, you can go up and set this up there, and you can go out and work from your house as well. Now, 360 video editor, marketing, growth, 2 live 360 expert trainings, 3 software walkthroughs, a total value of $3,782. And as well, guys, a big thing to remember here, you will 100% guaranteed to land a client if you follow our proven system. 100% guaranteed. If you follow that system, you will get a client, okay? Is anybody else trying to get inside? Give me a wait in the chat box if you are trying to get inside, as I want to make sure I do not miss you out and I do not miss you on these bonuses. So give me that wait in the chat box. Bonus number 1, 50K lead generation suite. That's 10 people per day messaging you saying, yes, I want to work with you. Powerfully automated, completely scalable to go out and do. Second one, the marketing collection, the 360 video templates you're going to be getting your hands on with the closing guides, as well as 4 bonuses as well. So that way you can close your clients right off the bat and get this going, okay? And great, welcome in as well. So guys, with this, and Roger, I want to see you jump into. I haven't seen you go through, and let me just see if there's anybody else the wise way, okay? I want to make sure that you jump into, okay? You guys are some of the last 2 that haven't gone in, and I want to ensure that you do not miss these bonuses here. With the marketing collection, this is going to give you access to those video templates, to those closing guides, and to those bonuses that you need. And guys, to top it off, to make it even easier for you to put money in your pocket as fast as possible, you can run my automated webinar, which is 100% unbranded, which pushes leads directly to your buy button to make the sales for you, okay? So guys, awesome, welcome in there as well. Glad to have you there. Guys, it's a total value of almost $14,000 that we are giving out to make sure that you do not fall into any issues as we go through. And guys, any last people trying to get in, give me a wait in the chat box so I do not go out in doing this right here. Okay, perfect. And let me see this, Roger. Give me 1 second. Okay, so great. So hopefully support can help you with some way in order to make that happen, because I would love to see you in there, Roger. And great, okay, with this right here. So perfect, welcome inside. Glad to have you in there as well, RD. Okay, anybody else jumping in? I do want to make sure that you are all inside, okay, to not miss out on this. And guys, think about it. If you go through this process, if you follow this process, and if you've been stuck before trying to go out and land a client, this right here, this system is gonna get you out of that situation that I was in 4 years ago. It's gonna pull you out of that system faster than you've ever been able to before. And if you've gone through every coach, every software product that you could possibly get, and you still haven't been able to land a client, this system is 100% guaranteed to land you a client if you simply just follow those basic steps to get in. Okay, so great, glad to have you on board as well. And guys, does anybody have any questions about this here? Okay, and great is different. So the wise way, great question. Are you saying the done for you is different? So it's a general one that will push them through. It doesn't refer to any specific niche on those. Okay, so great question, the wise way. It will push it through, and we have run it multiple times. Okay, and great. And PRC support is on the webinar, so you can message on this any questions that you have, and support will answer it right there. And I have sold perfect. Okay, so Roger, so great. Let's hopefully we can get something to happen there. And yes, Armando, I'm gonna go into that in 1 second. Okay, great, guys. Anybody else trying to get in, give me a wait in the chat box if you're trying to get in, so you can scoop up those bonuses there as well. Okay, so perfect. I see a wait coming in. Okay, 2 waits coming in, so I will make sure that you get these. Okay, so let me know once you are in. Now, once we see this here, guys, that's your Local 360 suite, 50K lead generation suite, 100K marketing collection, the done for you unbranded webinar to drive leads through and push those sales directly down there. And let me see and create shoot. If I buy, how do I create shoot? So what you're gonna do, great question, Samashke. What you're going to do is you are going to outsource those 360 videos. Now, the way that you can do it is you can buy a camera if you choose to, but we encourage our clients to outsource it as well. And we give you that walkthrough on how to go get those contractors who have those 360 cameras in order to work with, okay? And they will do that work for you. And then you take out the rest of those right there, okay? Perfect, PRC. Let me know. And so much, hopefully that lets you know and that clarifies the situation. The goal, guys, of running an online business is to try to do as little of the grunt work as possible. The whole process should be about you going out and you being able to systematize your business. Now, for example, we couldn't run, like one person cannot run an entire business by yourself. Otherwise, you're just working a job. The whole goal in a business is to systematize each and every single piece of that business, so you are working or running a business and not working a job. The more we can systematize, the more we can outsource, the more money that you are going to put into your pocket. Okay, awesome. Welcome in. Glad to have you in there as well. So great. Let me know the last couple people I see trying to get in that gave me wait. Let me know the second you are inside. Okay, and everybody who's asking about the upgrade, okay, so let me know once you're in for that, guys. Give me an I'm in the second you're in, so I can make sure you qualify for those bonuses. Now, for everybody who's asking, let me just see, does anybody here target different niches? Can you give me a 1 in the chat box if you target different niches? Okay, so give me a 1 in the chat box if you go through, you work with different niches and you are running through that process. Okay, let me just make sure, guys, in the chat box, let me see who goes through and does that right there. Okay, so great, great, great. Perfect. So what I want to show you and what I want to share with you right now is as we go through this, okay, and anybody who's looking at the upgrade, what we wanted to talk about is talking about something called micro niches. Now, this is very important, and a lot of people forget about this or they don't realize it in their markets. So when we go out and do it in perfect, so let me show you this right here. I'll send that to you. So much car, it's right there. Now, what you want to do is you want to go out and target different sub niches inside of one niche. So for example, inside of the real estate niche, there's multiple niches in the real estate niche. And guys, give me an I'm into the second you are inside. Now, for example, when it comes to real estate, there is all of these different types that we can go out and we can target. So what we're going to see is we are going to go out and we want to target not just the luxury niche, not just the middle like niche where you have $500,000 to $1 million homes, and not lower end where it's $200,000 and less. You want to make sure that you're covered in all of these different niches to ensure that you're set up for the proper success. Now, as we go through this, let me just give you a story that I hope really hits home, and the reason I really encourage jumping into the template club. Now, a great story is Mickey, one of my clients, and he's a great person. Now, what happened is he was sitting in a diner, and he saw the owner walk into this diner as he was sitting there and working on his computer. And he told the owner of the diner, and he said, "Hey, listen, I want to sit down and just show you something really quick that I'm working on." And he sits down and he shows what he's working on. He says, "Who do you know who could use a service like this?" Now, what happens is she looks at it and goes, "Ah, my friend who owns a tire company would love to have a service like this, and I would definitely want to introduce you to." Well, Mickey said, "Thank you, that's great." And what happened is he looked and he didn't have any videos made up. He didn't have any templates from the very beginning. So what happened is it was 11 o'clock at night. It was late, and she said, "Great, yeah, just swing by tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna I'll introduce you to." Well, what happens is he doesn't have anything already made. It's 11 o'clock at night, and he's stuck. So what he has to do is he has to work all the night to create a demo for this client to match his specific niche and show what he's going to be capable of doing. Now, with this right here, he had to set up all night and do this work. What the Niche Template Club does, and make sure to give an I'm into the moment you are inside, because what the Niche Template Club does is it is going to open up a ton of opportunity for you to go out and open up these doors. Because let's just say if you run into a situation and you get an unexpected referral in a niche you weren't originally thinking. Well, you're already going to be prepared. You're going to have your templates that you need in order to go and demonstrate to your clients. So guys, I want you to jump into this and give me an I'm into once you are in, because we set the price of this down to a rock solid, like rock bottom price, which is going to be going up dramatically come Sunday night, okay? So come Monday. This right here is going to open up a ton of doors for you in all of these different niches. And the biggest thing to remember is if we're going after $1,000 per month client, guys, this is absolutely nothing because of all of the opportunities you have that are going to open into this right here, okay? And great and so awesome. Yep, just let me know, Roger. Now, with this process, as we go through, you can open up and have sub niches in the real estate niche, sub niches in the home services, whether it be painters, carpenters, interior designers. You're going to have these different niches that you can have to go out and demonstrate and be able to put money in your pocket to sell these clients. We look at the restaurants and cafes, okay? When it comes to night outs and conferences, you can go out and you can show exactly how you're going to go, and you're going to put money and book reservations for those restaurants and for those cafes in order to get inside of there right now, okay? So we're gonna give you that full process to ensure you're set from that very beginning. The hotel and tourism, and guys, perfect, give me an I'm into the moment you are in. And guys, I cannot stress enough, I recommend that you do get into this because it will open up a lot of doors. And once you get a referral in a niche you were not expecting, you want to be ready to have those niche templates to be able to close those deals. Let's just say, for example, if an airport hotel reaches or says you get a referral for an airport hotel and you only have beach hotels, it is a very different niche that you need to target, and we are going to help you. We're going to supply what you're going to be capable of doing, so that way when the deal comes and they say send me over an example, you can close and solidify that deal like those case studies I shared with you. So you can go close this, put money in your pocket much faster, and you do not have to get stressed out at the last second. Car dealership niche, whether it's driving that dream car, showing a car dealership or a car salesman how you're going to be able to leverage 360 to go and be able to sell more cars, okay? How you can sell those higher end cars, or how you could sell those safer cars like say Toyota or something like that, a family owned vehicle, as opposed to a luxury vehicle, okay? You want to be able to go out and be able to demonstrate all of these different types of demos, okay, that you can go and showcase to make sure you can close that deal as fast as possible. And welcome in, glad to have you in there as well. And as we look at the events in nightlife, okay, these are all different things. VIP plus in the crowd is completely different from one another and opens up a lot of extra doors for you, okay? So yes, let me know, put an I'm into the moment you are inside, okay? And PRC, let me see. Okay, try to get in. Yeah, so PRC, try a different browser, and hopefully that will work for you, a different browser or even on your phone to make that happen, okay? So guys, is anybody not in for number 2, okay? Is anybody not in for the template niche club? Can you give me a me in the chat box if you are not in for the template club right now, okay? I wanna see who is not inside of the template club, okay? So great. Let me just see, is anybody not inside? Yes, it is, okay? So Armando, the thing that I wanna stress, and the reason that I'm saying it, is because you're gonna be charging high prices, okay? So think about it. You're gonna be charging high prices. And if you can get your hands on these, which are professionally designed by our designers, when a deal pops up, you are going to be able to now close those deals because you're gonna have those closing templates that you need, those closing video templates to demonstrate exactly what you can do with them. I can't stress enough how valuable this is. And come Monday, those prices are going up to where they're normally going to be. And I do not want you to miss this as an early adopter. I really want you inside as an early adopter to go through this, use this process, and make sure that you are set when you are going through, okay? So great with that right there in terms of getting that started, okay? So perfect. Welcome. Now, the last thing I wanna say is anybody going after and targeting a different niche other than their own, okay? Is anybody going after in targeting an other niche, or like not another niche, is anybody going after an other city other than the one that they live in, okay? Let me just see right here. Is anybody going after a different city other than the one that they are in order to start? Can you give me a me in the chat box right now if you're going after a different city other than the ones that are there, okay? So let me just check really quick. Let me just see this as I want to make sure, okay? So give me just 1 second and let me pull this up for you really quick. Okay, great, one moment. Okay, perfect. Okay, so great, with this right here, and great, okay, Sanjay, awesome. So when we go here and we look, the last thing that I wanna showcase to you, and this is the last one, and I do really recommend that you do dive into this. This is a complete outsourcing suite. This right here gives you the ability to go out, and we wanted to make it very easy for you to go and close. The thing is, for me, I'm not a fan of writing emails I don't like emails and writing them because I'm not good at them. So what we did is I hire email writers. And this right here is going to give you a done-for-you email campaign that you can drip out and be able to drive sales for yourself, and also give you sales scripts if you want to jump on a phone and give you that exact walkthrough of what you need to say in order to close those deals. This is going to give you both of those right here. And I do recommend, if you're targeting another city, that you do use this right here. Now, the next thing it's going to give you is a clear overview of the sales process, giving you a complete outline, a complete photo outline, so you understand and you do not get stuck through that step-by-step right there. And this step-by-step walkthrough is so easy to go through and look at. It makes it very easy for you to understand each and every single piece of those issues. Now, the team building as well is great to have. And I do want you inside. Make sure to give an I'm in 3 the moment you are inside. This is going to give you those hiring guides to make sure that you never make a mistake when it comes to hiring, as well as giving you the clear understanding of building a team. Guys, hiring can be difficult when you're first starting. This takes away that entire pain point. It makes it very easy for you to go through. It's going to give you access to those contracts that you need, the sales contracts and the contractor paperwork, so that way you have the paperwork you need and you don't need to stress about that as well, okay? We're just trying to take away all the stress that you would possibly worry about. We're even going to give you a additional live training with 2 question and answer sessions where you can ask anything to ensure that you never fall behind in that process, okay? So I do want you inside 100% during this process. We're going to give you that Local360 certification, so that way you have our stamp of approval to show that you're an expert when it comes to 360. We're going to give you the access to the Local360 Facebook group, the 24/7 community with full feedback, so at any time you can ask a question, and welcome in PRC. And lastly, if you're asking yourself this question right here, Adam, how do I ensure 100% that I am set up for success? Well, the great thing is here, guys, what I want to do, and a great thing that I want to really push and let you know is really helpful for you, is you're actually going to grab a strategy call with one of our 360 experts. What this is going to do is this is going to put a personalized roadmap for you. Because if you're targeting, say, a strange niche or not a normal niche, you want a Local360 expert to be able to tell you exactly how you can close those deals and walk through that process bit by bit. This is going to be able to give you that clear understanding, jump on that call, and where they can share those top tips and get you going focused and right from the very beginning, so you do not fall behind at any chance at all, okay? We just want to make sure you are 100% set up for success, and that is the way that we know how to do that. So guys, is there any last questions? Before I jump off, I do want you inside 100%, okay, to come through and join this process, because it's going to open up so many doors for you as you go through and set this up, okay? And guys, with this right here, I'm also putting this PowerPoint slide that you see, which gives you the exact steps to landing a client. These are the 6 simple steps that you need to go ahead and land a client right here, right now, within the next 10 minutes. And if you've done this already, big congratulations. You've probably already landed a client. And if you haven't landed in perfect, give me this 1 second. I'll give you that link in 1 moment. So guys, this is the link for that right there. So great question. Now with this, guys, this is going to get you a client within just a few minutes of you sending out this text message. It is the easiest sale you will ever make, is 360 video. The easiest sale you can possibly make in your local market. And guys, it literally is broken down into these 6 steps. There is no complicated secret. There is no complicated formula. We make it very, very easy. And for those of you who decided to join us in the Local360 community, I cannot wait to see you absolutely crush it in how many clients you are going to be landing. So guys, big congratulations for joining. And do you advise that we make the 360 videos or outsource it? Dream, it's up to you. I recommend if you love doing it yourself, then I would recommend that you do it yourself. It is 100% up to you to decide. It all depends on you and what you feel is best. So if you would like to make the videos, then 100% you should be making those videos. If you don't enjoy making the videos, then you can 100% outsource it as well. This is customized to you, and I want you to just absolutely crush it. Start landing clients right away and start putting money in your pocket. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you got a ton of value from this session in terms of going out and making this happen. Guys, I cannot wait to see you landing those clients and putting money in your pocket. And yes, guys, we do give you a recommendations of which cameras we also recommend that you or your outsourcers have. So there is no questions about that there, okay? So guys, big congratulations for jumping in. Big congratulations for joining us. I cannot wait to kick some serious butt with you and land those 5 clients that we want you to land within the next 45 days. Big congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now, everybody.